Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's video. So in the vote there's three options: my favorite facts, creature feature oceans, and creature feature extinction. And this is creature feature extinction on Dodos, the dodo birds, which is a not so smart relative of the pigeon. But they're bird brains, as they say. So I've got some extinct animals around me, like dire wolves, mammoths, and a diplodocus. That's not exact. It is extinct, but it's a dinosaur. But the point of creature feature extinction is there's a lot of extinct animals, but they aren't dinosaurs. So that's what creature feature extinction is, because a dodo is not a dinosaur. Although birds are related to dinosaurs, they aren't dinosaurs exactly. But I just took up a lot of the video, just talking about things that aren't got to do with the video. So let's get into the actual part of the video you want to see. So, creature feature extinction facts, dodo. We've got some extinct animals on this, like a thylacine, a giant ground sloth, a saber-toothed tiger, a dodo, and a mammoth, Manny, and that one from Ice Age, and Sid, and the dodo, watermelon-loving dodos from it. But so into the facts. So of course it's called the dodo. This is probably what it looks like: black, gray, or brown kind of coloring for the camouflage, and they are related to pigeons and Victoria's crown pigeons. It's like this blue pigeon with red eyes. It's not evil, and it's got this pretty nice crest on its head, which is why it's called a crowned pigeon. It is found in Mauritius, which is an island in the Indian Ocean, in 1681. That is ancient. But they aren't dinosaurs still. The people who found them were people like pirates and sailors that came across the island, and they went extinct from hungry sailors wanting food. They mostly ate things like plants, insects like bugs, and like crabs and things they'd find on the beach, because they'd, as you can see in the picture, they'd live near the coast or in kind of foresty areas. Again, habitat, dry coastal areas or forests. So in this I tried to include both of them, with kind of the coast and also a forest, kind of, with a hole. Some of the facts about them is they're the most well-known man-made extinction. I've got a dodo on my shirt with a heart in it, as all living things have a heart. And the symbol of extinction is a dodo, because they're such well-known. They were about 3.3 feet in height. So they're actually quite big birds, and not like Big Bird from Sesame Street that a lot of people watched in their childhood. I mean a bird that's big. And they weighed 23 to 47 pounds. That's pretty heavy again. So they weren't like a pigeon or the chickens outside. They're big bird, but they weren't yellow, and they weren't friends with Elmo. Another fact: the first ever complete skeleton of a dodo was found in 2007. So if you think of it, they were discovered in 1681, and the first skeleton, the complete skeleton, was found in 2007. such a huge amount of years. It was found inside of a cave in Mauritius, and up until then, there was only dried heads or legs of them because they were eaten like a chicken, so they'd have no head and kind of their feet cut off like a chicken. Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. But people brought things like dogs, cats, pigs, and rabbits onto Mauritius on their boats. And the dogs and cats, of course, they'd chase them and kill them. Like if you let a dog would chase after pigeons, then a toddler would also do that. Also, pigs and rabbits, they eat like similar things that dodos would eat, like the plants. I don't think rabbits eat crabs, but they'd eat like the plants, and the pigs are omnivorous. Pigs are omnivorous animals, and so they'd kind of get rid of their food source, and then the dogs and cats wouldn't help either. So, and to make it worse, dodos weren't smart. The sailors would club them like with a club, and they weren't very strong. They were kind of weak, and they were fast, but they'd never seen humans ever in their whole lives. So they're like friend or foe, I don't know. Let's go see. Hello, who are you? Ouchie. I'm dead on a spit above a fire. That's not very nice. They couldn't fly. They're flightless birds. Because they've got absolutely minuscule wings. They're literally tiny wings. So it's like ostriches. And they nested on the ground too. Like they made their nests on the ground like that of a puffin or birds like that. So the sailors and pirates, it would be also easy for them to get the eggs too. Pigs also ate eggs, so the pigs could also get eggs. So, and unlike that bird, they couldn't sit up in a tree and hide. So they kind of wasn't looking so good for the dodos. So they're kind of cute. For some reason my mommy and other people don't agree with me on this, that dodos are cute.
Not cute.
They are. But there's some lake trout, and there's a songbird, and there's dodos. That's this week's video. Next week's video was, I'm not going to exactly say there's onions being cooked in the kitchen, so that's why I'm kind of crying. But next week's video is going to be about, know the way to start. I said 3 videos. 2 of them have already been done. If you have a good memory, like an elephant, you can remember the 3 I said, and you know 2 have been used, and you'll know which is next week's. And then, I don't know what that, oh yeah, but I'll see you next week. This video was gonna be yesterday, but didn't have time. But I'll see you next week. I'll try to do an impression of next week's animal. I'm not joking. But I'll see you next week's video. I hope you enjoyed this week's creature feature, Extinction, Dodos. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.